Hello, I'm Jonathan Milam here with a review of a trumpet. It is a Yamaha 636B. I believe this was the predecessor, which was the model just before the 6310, which began, of course, the Bobby Shoe Z horns. And interestingly enough, I looked and looked and looked on the internet. I couldn't find anything about why this model, and it is stamped on the valve block 636B, what the B was. And just a few minutes ago, I was online. I thought I'd read all the articles that I could find. TrumpetHerald.com, which is one of my favorite haunts on the web. There was a long description there, apparently by Bobby Shoe, that someone had quoted from some Yamaha material, I suppose. And Bobby Shoe said the 636, which was like this one, a medium bore trumpet, they kept tweaking it, and they came up with a slightly more copper, what they called rose brass. So it's not your usual yellow brass they use on most of the horn, but the bell is a slightly darker shade and a slightly tighter bell flare. This horn, I've been told, is a horn that Roger Ingram suggested people to get. Felt it was a really good model. Of course, Roger Ingram, famed as one of the great trumpeters, at least in the United States, I'm sure worldwide as well. And not just a great touring musician wanted by many of the top artists, but also a tremendous soloist as well, just an exquisite player. But this is a horn he recommended to a guy I've been in correspondence with. So we've got the Yamaha 636B. I believe it was recommended largely as a lead horn, so I was expecting something that would be real, strong, sharp sound, bright is what I was expecting. And the guy that sold it to me, very good trumpet player here in Houston, he told me, he said, no, he said it's got a very nice tone. And surprisingly enough, it does. A very well-rounded trumpet. It's a medium bore, which I think fits me best. I'm not the biggest wind guy. Of course, you know, great wind controllers, they still like this because it gives them a little more control in the upper register, a little longer playing without wearing the chops. For me, it works because I don't use that much wind. But at any rate, the Yamaha 636B, this particular horn, they've done some custom work. Looks like they've shaved the finger buttons until they're thin, and I believe these were the original pieces just shaved through. I've seen that done before, and I do like that. It gives it a faster feel. And this one has also been sandblasted or shot blasted to give it a satin look. The bell is polished, the interior at least for the audience view, but the remainder of the horn is satin. Good looking trumpet and very nice player. Okay, I'm using here a Trumpet Flugel Cup Deep V large throat, which I do like, and we use that at least. It gives you a real large, full, dark sound in the bottom part of the range. A little harder to use up top, but give you an idea what it sounds like. Not a bad sound for a lead trumpet, is it? Really a nice horn, and I have a lot of vintage horns, and some of them, you know, the wrap is different, and you know, I've got one with an underslung pinky ring for the third slide, and you just get so many different things. It's just nice to pick up a trumpet that is easy to play, straightforward, what we're accustomed with, since it's more modern than a vintage horn at least. Okay, now with the little smaller cupped mouthpiece, a small V cup, and a very tight backbore. The Yamaha 636B, supposed to be a lead horn, so I'm going to at least have to take it up to a high C. Okay, the Yamaha 636B, wonderful trumpet. Hope you've enjoyed that. As always, have a great day. God bless.